Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi rasulillahi ajmain. First of all, let's say thank to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who have given us the healthy until this day. Salawat and salam as well as greeting to our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Okay, today we are from the group 2. We'll discuss about curriculum with the member of Rahul Fadila, Dian Yurnita, and me, Muhammad Sarif. Okay, for the first presenter is me, Muhammad Sarif. We'll continue about the struggle for American curriculum. The differences between we and Babbitt belief about curriculum are part of what the educational historian Herbert M. Kleber described as the struggle for the American curriculum. The American curriculum has been going on throughout the history, constantly evolved by forces such as the economy, war, national defense, and the civil rights movement. Okay, the struggle for the American curriculum, the first is life adjustment education. The purpose life adjustment education was to provide the 60% high school students who were not part of college, preparatory or vocational program the skill necessary to become useful member of society. The curriculum emphasized citizenship, family life, health and hygiene, and leisure. The second struggle for the American curriculum is the National Defense Education Act. In 1958, Congress passed the National Defense Education Act, which provides more than $1 billion in federal funds in scholarship, as well as funds to improve the academic quality of the school, to provide the vocational training, and build the new classroom. The national science became involved in secondary school curriculum development in fields such as mathematics, biology, chemistry, and the social science. During the 1960, the promise of this Sputnik reform were partially swept away as a result of the demand for greater equity on the part of African American and other minorities, including women. The third struggle for the American curriculum is a national grace. In April 1983, the rhetoric of war was once again introduced into debates about curriculum in the United States. Department of Education released the report that mediocre quality of the public school in the United States was reducing American economic competitiveness and placing the country in severe jeopardy. The public schools were worse in 1983. And the fourth struggle for the American curriculum is the standard movement and the curriculum. American curriculum are currently caught up in a national standard movement focused on increasing the level of accountability for students in school across the country and outgrowths of the 1983 National Literacy Report. The curriculum has emphasized the school focus on the development of demonstrable skills. I think it's all for me. For the next speaker, Dian Yurnita, time is yours. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for the time that is given to me. Now it's my turn to explain about what roles do teachers play in the curriculum. Teachers have the roles in using the curriculum at schools, and the lesson is filtered through their perception and way of teaching for formal and informal curriculum. This is the statement that we get from in this book, and it means that a teachers is a key in the curriculum process at schools, and they should consider and develop the lessons or the contents, the strategy, the assessment, and the exciting learning environment. So curriculum without supporting with the competence of teacher, it is not usable. In the curriculum, the teacher has a role that is as an implementer. It means that the teachers only apply the curriculum that has been given or decided by the government, and the teachers cannot create the curriculum based on some reason. That is the role of the teachers as implementer. And then the teachers is adapter. It means that the teachers think the curriculum with its characteristics and the students' need and the region's needs. A teacher has a role to relate the curriculum with the school characteristics and local needs. It is stated by Franklin Bobbitt. He believed that the curriculum could be managed at the upper levels of the administrative systems and delivered according to specific administrative instruction by the teachers in the classroom. It means that the curriculum is managed by the upper level. The upper level here, it means that the government, and it is given to the teachers to deliver to the students in the classroom. And now we come to the questions, how teachers shape the curriculum. School's formal curriculum is what a teacher can influence. Teachers shape and size the curriculum based on their purpose. It means that a teacher has a role in a design curriculum. They can't decide what the purpose and the content of the curriculum. And as we know in this book, that the teacher's purposes is the first one is to identify the content that needs to be taught in order to meet state curriculum guidelines, and to consider issues involving testing and evaluation of the students. It means that the teachers not only decide the learning objective and the content, but also decide the strategy that should be developed and the ways to evaluate or measure its success. In developing curriculum, the teachers can consider the characteristics, the vision and missions of schools, also the learning experience that the students need. Not only teachers have a role in shaping the curriculum, but also the committee. We know that the committee, it may contain teachers, administrators, and parents. The committee's purpose is to discuss implementing new curriculum, adoption of state and districts standard, and intervention the programs. So a committee has a role in giving a supporting in financial, a thought in increasing the quality of the schools, and the intervention of the schools program. A committee is a communicator or interface, the meeting between teachers and the students' parents. And now we come to the implementing standard. The American Federation of Teachers outlined 10 critical criteria. 10 criteria of standards movement. The first one is standard must focus on academics. We know that academic standards are a measure that define what students should know and be able to do at specified grade levels. So it focuses on what the students will need to learn in order to be college or a career ready and to competitive in the job market. The second one is the standard must be grounded in the core disciplines. We know that the core discipline that it means that competency in team. And the third one is standard must be specific enough to ensure the development of a common core curriculum. It means a standard should also outline the essential knowledge and skills that all students should learn in each subject's area. Common Core provides a clear standard for what is expected in each grade level to help schools to improve. The fourth is standard must be manageable given the constraints of time. It means that educational unit can manage the time in achieving the goals. And the fifth is standard must be rigorous and world-class. It means that a standard should give the chance to the students to be a rigorous curriculum aligned with the standard, so that all the students receive a world-class education. The sixth is standard must include performance standard. In developing the quality of education, it involves the performance standard. Performance standard are how to communicate more clearly of general content or skills. And the seventh is standard must define multiple levels of performance for students to strive for. It means that the teachers should establish the levels of performance or the challenge standard of performance in order to strive the students. The eighth is standard must combine knowledge skills, not pursue one at the expense for other. It means that the knowledge and skill cannot be separated. Knowledge is what is the information that we get from the learning, and skill is how we apply that information. The ninth is standard must not dictate how the material should be taught. It means that the way or the strategy in delivering the material in teaching. And the last is standard must be written clearly enough for all stakeholders to understand. It means that the standard should write clearly so that the stakeholder can read and understand it. It is like vision or mission. That's all from me, and my friend will continue the explanation. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. I am Afraul Fadilah. Today I will continue about our topics group. It's about what roles do textbook play in the curriculum, because of textbook and curriculum itself have a connection to teach in the class. Actually, a textbook can support and can help a teacher in the classroom. So what is it? Start to background and history. Actually, it's story become a United States country, United States America, country. They don't have a curriculum. They don't have curriculum, so they start teaching with the cognitive aspect like mathematics. Is about addition, subtraction, or multiply, and also divide. So they attempt children with the cognitive, the theory, and also what the student needs. Like mathematics also is very important in our life. So they start of this one. So time flies with every time, every years, and every month. It's changed. United States become a big country, and also United States become a country like have a power, especially in education. So the curriculum have is distinctive and more American. So when USA consists of the states, so the states in USA have a same curriculum, like this is about the American. And also the textbook should uniformity in other state of USA. So it is about be talking about the textbook adoption. Textbook adoption is about because of half of United States use the textbook. So school is about a public school should buy a textbook with money, and also with the quality. So the quality of the textbook should think of the student, and also of the committee in the school. And also good textbook influence the content processing power. When one state buy the textbook, it also followed by the other state to buy a textbook. So what is good textbook that give influence by the other country? Let's see. The textbook should review. First, it should review by the committee from the education department. It's about the content, so it's about the title, it's about the assessment reviewed by the committee in education department in the country. And also approve is means that like the publishing, before with publishing the textbook, is also followed by the way is about the approved by the committee also from the education state, and also adapted. And also why we do the activity like review, approve, and adopt. It's because of to see the guarantee of the textbook, to see the guarantee with the quality. It's not cheap. It is not cheap to buy a textbook at the time. And also when the education is a complex situation, it's not just about the textbook, but the textbook is useful, or is one one of the important in education life. So the teacher and also the school itself think about how to give the best way to the student in the classroom. This is the first one, the quality guarantee. And the second is keep cost competitive. Because of school and education aspect itself is not cheap. It's not cheap. It's about relate to technology, relate to facility, and the other one. So how to the school think, and also setting the payment or the cost with the cheap and also the quality. And the third is about relate between curriculum guideline and particular state. So the textbook that we buy for the student, is it relate or not with the curriculum guidelines and also with the level of our student. So it should attempt and or focus in in three aspect. And also I will talk about the aspect. And also I will talk about the how we choose the right textbook for a classroom. As a teacher or as the lecturer, give the best way to the student in the classroom is our responsibility, and also should do by the teacher. The first is about the consistent of the content. Textbook should have the materials focused and also consistent in the content of the material. And also the second, multiple ways of delivering information. How to see the book, how to see the book, like with the interest the way, and also with the much the way. And for student, when see the textbook is not boring, and they are excited to read the books. So it's very important, like multiple ways. And the third is culturally sensitive. Culturally, like it means that local wisdom. We can buy a book, like in the book telling about the local wisdom, like in Sumatera Barat, like said about Buya Hamka or something others. And next is about the textbook and content match level education. Yeah, it is very important in teacher mind how to buy the textbook. It should relate or match with level education that student we gonna teach. Like example, we will teach about junior high school student, but the material is for the senior high school student. It's not connect, and also it's real unuseless in school or in teacher, and also in student itself. And also next is logical organization and presentation. The best book is easy to make reader read the content, and also how to they organize the book. And the best book is easy to make reader read the content, and also how to they organize the book and the presentation. And also potentially interesting is about the textbook can make student curiosity about the content, and also not boring when read. And also useless in supplements. It's like a media, or it's like technology, how to additional the way in textbook. Like in Erlangga books, you ever see they put a barcode in the back of the book, and when we have Android, we can take picture and we can relate, or we can connect to the application of the Erlangga book. That's the one example that I ever meet. And next is about, it's not just about it's not just about choose the right textbook. Also talking about how to choose the textbook with instructional materials. The first is clearly the content is written, and also layout and design, illustration and chat, illustration and chat, illustration and charts, in charts, and also impart pedagogical content. One of good textbook that I ever met, they put in below or in behind on above of the textbook, like quotation or ikhtisar in bahasa, if I'm not wrong. They do in the textbook like that. And also photographs. Photographs is about the picture. It's about how to textbook can make beautiful photographs in the textbook. So when the best textbook that we have and we give to the student, it will help teacher teach in the classroom. So a house with books is like a room without windows. Is it about how to important textbook in our life? Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.